President, distinguished colleagues, I remain Senator I.D. Gyang, representing the very good people of Plateau North, and I'm from Plateau State. Distinguished colleagues, this is a motion that is co-sponsored by my dear brother, Senator Abiru Mukail of Lagos East. And it is on the central bank's decision to stop financial institutions from transacting in cryptocurrencies and the national debate that is arising from that decision. The Senate notes that the CBN has issued a directive stopping all financial institutions from transacting in cryptocurrencies. This is a follow-up of its earlier directive in January 2017 and February 2018, which forbade banks not to use, hold, trade, and or transact in cryptocurrencies. The Senate further notes that the decision of the CBN is said to have been predicated on the need to safeguard Nigeria's economy from the adverse effects of the current cryptocurrency regime, which are unregulated digital or virtual currencies that are issued by anonymous entities and secured by cryptography. The Senate observes that cryptography is a method of encrypting and hiding codes that prevent oversight, accountability, and regulation, upon which the CBN says its use in Nigeria violates and contravenes existing law, as only the CBN is authorized by law to issue legal tender. The Senate is concerned that cryptocurrency by nature is anchored on anonymity, obscurity, and concealment of its patrons and actors, making it difficult, if not impossible, to trace, track, and uncover those that may deploy it for ignoble and illegal usage, such as money laundering, terrorism financing, drug purchase, cybercrimes, etc. The Senate, being aware that the action and directive of the CBN has attracted sharp reactions from Nigerians and has become a topical subject of national discourse. And the Senate realizes that cryptocurrency is both an opportunity and a threat. Hence, the Senate has a responsibility to ensure that the nation and citizens do not miss out on the opportunities that cryptocurrency offers, and in the same vein, mitigate and prevent likely consequential effects on the nation's economy and security. Accordingly, the Senate resolves to mandate its Committee on Banking, Insurance, and Other Financial Institutions to invite the CBN governor for briefing on the opportunities and threats of the cryptocurrency on the nation's economy and security, and report back its findings in plenary within 2 weeks. I so move and would want to yield the floor to my dear brother, the co-sponsor, as the President may direct. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President, and my distinguished colleagues. My name is Tokumbo Abiru, Lagos East, and I wholeheartedly support this particular motion because of its major challenges to the economy and in particular our financial system stability. Also, it's important that I also make some few remarks because of the growing interest in cryptocurrencies the world over. And in particular, I think I would like to note that all over the world today, cryptocurrencies are actually gaining some traction. And some of the reasons are not far-fetched. Number one, it has an attraction of the upcoming generation, particularly the youth, because it has created some sort of employment for them. And in the face of innovation and technology, it will be difficult to continuously stand in the way of evolutions like this. And more importantly, the attraction is further underscored by the typical loss of value in legal tender, that's money. Because over time, due to inflationary pressures, money generally tends to lose value. And particularly around this period that we live in, that is the period that is further challenged by recession. Of course, there will be inflationary pressures. So it will underscore why people are moving towards cryptocurrencies. And in Nigeria in particular, it is also important to underscore the fact that in the last 5 years, we have had people trading in cryptocurrency to the value of over $500 million. That's to tell you how it is gradually gaining traction. In last year in particular, we had over $140 million invested in cryptocurrencies. Now, just like my colleague rightly said, there are challenges, that cryptocurrency has also brought to the fore. You have the challenges to the challenge to the financial system stability on its own. That's why the CBN is concerned. You also have the issues around cybercrime and also terrorism. Now, in particular, I should also mention that last year during the End SARS protest, and the CBN banned, the accounts of the End SARS young lads. Now, cryptocurrency was what they resorted to. So clearly, what it is telling us is that it is good to ban because of the challenges that it has also presented. But honestly, the reality is that banning it doesn't take it away. Banning it doesn't take it away. In the US, as the US is planning to come about their stimulus package of about $1.9 trillion, one of the major investors there, Elon Musk, just recently on Monday put in $1.5 billion of his assets into cryptocurrency. Now, what that has done is that the value of cryptocurrency has been further enhanced. Today, I understand it trades in the region of about $50,000 per Bitcoin. Now, so what we need to do, I believe, and before I go to that, is the fact that even our Securities and Exchange Commission, just last year, noting the gradual interest in cryptocurrency, also agreed and reckoned that recognize cryptocurrency as a financial asset that they need to put a regulatory framework around. So
you can round up.
Support the motion as presented by my colleague that we should invite the major stakeholders to a public hearing, and at the point of adoption of this motion, I probably will want to raise an amendment at that point. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Before Senator has been corrected, and for the media, the prayer, let me read it again, and for all of us. Mandate the Committee on Banking, Insurance, and other financial institutions to invite the CBN governor for briefing on the opportunities and threats of the cryptocurrency on the nation's economy and security, and to report back findings within 2 weeks. It's not public hearing. There's no public hearing here because the sponsor corrected the prayer. We should all correct ours so that we don't operate on different problems. Senator Ibrahim Hassan Hadeja.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Ibrahim Hassan Hadeja, Jigawa, Northeast. I'm raising my hand actually to call for an amendment of the prayer, but I still, even with the change in the process, I was calling the attention of the Senate President to the fact that we should involve the Committee on ICT and Cybercrimes in this process because for the last year or so, the committee has been actively dealing and discussing on the issue of cryptocurrency. About October or so, we organized an international conference together with the United States and Israeli embassy for 2 days, and about 80% of the discussion was on cryptocurrency and the fact that Nigeria is actively driving towards a digital economy. So when you have the central bank come out with this kind of all-encompassing statement, it has really sent a lot of shockwaves to the system. There's a lot of confusion, just like Senator Abiru said. Just last year, the Securities and Exchange Commission actually gave its nod to the use of cryptocurrency as an investment channel. And the fact of the matter is, Mr. President, you can't ban dealings in cryptocurrency. It's not regulated. It's virtual. As the central bank is saying, they are going to shut down accounts of anybody dealing with cryptocurrency. They are actually talking about the exchanges that organize the arrangement between buyer and seller. As we speak now, people are still dealing in cryptocurrency on a direct basis. That is on a peer-to-peer basis. If I have Naira and you have cryptocurrency, we talk directly and, we make an exchange. The central bank is actually losing its oversight function on what is happening. And I think if we do that, we are only driving these dealings on the ground, which I think creates more danger than it portends. So we have a vast amount of material on this issue, Mr. President, and I think we should get the Committee on ICT and Cybercrimes to get involved in this process so that we can share some of the resources that we have at our disposal. Thank you very much.
Senator Adiola Solomon
representing Niger East Senatorial District. Cryptocurrency has become a worldwide transaction of which you cannot even identify who owns what, and it's been protected by an app or software blockchain. The technology is so strong that I don't see how, even if we regulate it, I don't know the kind of regulation that we can do. Because another very important thing that we should know is that Bitcoin has made our currency almost useless or valueless. Because I can remember about 6-7 years ago, my son bought 3 pieces of Bitcoins online. And today, he's coming to tell me that he has Bitcoins for sale. Why is it? It's not physical. But he said he has it on sale because he has bought it, and each one is going for 17 million naira. So if we have an economy that is very weak and we cannot regulate cryptocurrency in Nigeria, then I don't know how our economy will be in the next few years. Central bank has a duty to try and work with either Ministry of Science and Technology, the Ministry of Communication, to see how our cyberspace will be regulated. If we don't do that, then I don't see how we'll be able to achieve what we are trying to do here. Thank you.
Senator Abbasi Albert Akpan.
Thank you, Mr. President, my distinguished and respected colleagues. Senator Albert Basi Akpan, Akwa Ibom Northeast. Mr. President, I rise to add my voice to the voices that have spoken on this motion. Mr. President, whether we like it or not, as the world has become a global village, technology has changed the way and manner businesses are conducted in Nigeria. 200-300 years ago, we used to have what we call trade by barter. Then money now became a value of exchange. And after money becoming a value of exchange, now we now carry our money in our own credit cards. The next stage, the next level of payment, Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, it is cryptocurrency. So we cannot be running away from the obvious. The way and manner we have treated trail of money transfer, it should be the responsibility of the Central Bank of Nigeria to even bring Nigerians up to steam with the next level of transactions, not to run away from it, Mr. President. Nobody will say, as we speak to you today, even kidnappers are demanding Bitcoin. Kidnappers are demanding Bitcoin because it is the easiest way of receiving payment, Mr. President. Even the American government fought Bitcoin, but today they have come to the realization that the world has moved to that stage. So, Mr. President, I strongly believe that as the Senate and as the National Assembly, we ourselves must be interested with what is happening in the global space. Now you have the world in your palm. The world has become a one-stop shop. Somebody can carry $17 billion on his phone. That's what cryptocurrency and blockchain is all about. So we cannot run away from it because your children and my children are on this at this stage. We are
No, my children are not.
Mr. President, I strongly believe that you, as a lover of cryptocurrency, will ensure that we sell this next phase of technology to all Nigerians. A time has come where we must live with the obvious. I so submit, Mr. President.
Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, my name is Biodun Olujimi. I represent Ekiti South. Mr. President, there's really not too much to say about this. We didn't create cryptocurrency, and so we cannot kill it, and we cannot also refuse to ensure that it works for us. Definitely the youths of today are not like us. Me, I am used to tangible medium of exchange. I carry my cash in my pocket, I pay it. But the world has gone so far, Mr. President. And these children are doing great business with it. They are working every day on their laptops, on their phones, and they're getting results. And Nigeria cannot immune itself from this sort of business. What we can do is ensure that the space is regulated in such a way that bad people cannot use it. What we didn't create, we cannot fully regulate, but we can manage. And I believe that is the reason why this motion is most important, because the time has come for us to be able to harmonize all the issues concerning cryptocurrency and have a proper way forward on how to manage it and manage our youths. So I support this motion, and I believe at the end of it all, we'll be able to say we have done our bit. Thank you, Mr. President.